A barber shop in Plymouth, a car wash in Crawley, a vape store in Brixton. These were among more than 2,500 so-called dodgy businesses that have been raided over 4 weeks.
A barber shop in Plymouth, a car wash in Crawley, and a vape store in Brixham. These were just a few of more than 2,500 so-called dodgy businesses targeted in raids over the past 4 weeks.
The month we've galvanised a whole system response to ourselves, working with police, trading standards, HMRC, immigration enforcement. And we've visited or raided over 2,700 sites over this month of action. And that's generated over 920 arrests, it's seized over £4 million of cash, and we've also taken £6.7 million of criminal value off the street, so in terms of restraint. So that's things like high value watches, houses, vehicles that we've linked to criminality.
Fake AirPods, counterfeit chargers, illegal vapes, and even knockoff LOL dolls were seized and destroyed. Millions of pounds in cash were confiscated, and nearly 1,000 people were arrested. According to Sal Melly, Deputy Director for Economic Crime at the National Crime Agency, the results highlight the scale of the problem.
Cornwall are taking part in this operation, and it's a national operation which is ongoing, and it is led by the National Crime Agency. So the community are aware that these types of offences are happening in our high streets, and I think the visible display of us attending in company with other agencies such as our trade and standards partners, HMRC, we've got the fire officers with us today as well, doing some health and safety checks. I think it sends a real clear message to the community that we are listening to their concerns and we are acting on them, and we do want to protect the vulnerable people and to promote safer businesses.
Every police force across the UK took part in the massive operation, with LBC joining teams on the ground throughout the month. In Plymouth, sniffer dogs and trading standards officers uncovered stacks of counterfeit products inside a local mini-market.
Essentially visiting intelligence-led visits to companies that are operating that could be employing illegal workers and money laundering as well. Now these have increased by around 50% over the last 12 months because we're coming down hard on illegal employment to rip away one of those pull factors, which means people are coming to the country. So we're going to keep going on this operation and on these efforts to ensure that British workers aren't being undercut.
This store is one of 6 that's being searched by police and trading standards teams all at the same time within a very small area of Brixton. This is Atlantic Road, and they're all shops that sell vapes and mobile products. They're suspected of selling some counterfeit goods, and so teams are seizing those goods as we speak. And this is part of a national effort to clean up the high street, to remove...
In Crawley, the government's immigration minister, Mike Tabb, joined enforcement teams during a visit to a car wash, where one worker was found to be employed illegally.
What risk was that for?
A significant risk to public health. I mean, the charges have been independently electrically tested by Apple in the past and found a very, very, very high failure rate, and with failures that cause injuries, so melting, causing electrocution and fires.
For some of the businesses, it wasn't the first time police had been there.
This is not the first time we've been to the premises, and this will be, some of the premises, this will be the 3rd visit this year.
So that being the case then, how do you make sure that they don't just fill the gaps in the shelves that you've emptied today?
And that's what we have seen in the past. To ensure that that doesn't happen, I will be working hard to ensure that the people inside the premises are prosecuted. We're working in partnership with the local authority, and the trading standards officers will be looking to prosecute, and I'll be doing everything I can to try and shut these businesses down to make way for legitimate businesses to pay their taxes.
For some of these businesses, this wasn't the first time police had come knocking.
It's for the public if they think they've got dodgy shops on their high street.
Yeah, so the best advice is if you suspect criminality, report it to your local police force. It's really important to remember that the overwhelming majority of shops on the high street are not considered suspicious or criminal. But if you suspect it's suspicious, then it may be. Also, don't be part of the problem. So that includes if you're buying a product, say tobacco product or a vape product, and it feels suspiciously cheap, that might be because...
This was the largest coordinated crackdown ever carried out on high street businesses. And Sal Melly from the NCA said he believes local communities will soon start to feel the positive impact of the operation.